My daughter Charlotte was born with something called short bowel syndrome. Short bowel syndrome occurs when you lose any amount of intestines, less than 50%. So you can't eat normal, and when you do eat, you have a lot of problems absorbing it. So most things just run right through. As an infant, your chances of survival are very, very slim. Her doctors had told us a few things, which they all led to, dire consequences.
Holly Botha is not alone. Every year, thousands of families are given similar news that their child is gravely ill with little to no chance for survival. It's a heart-wrenching reality, especially when doctors provide little encouragement.
Every single doctor that we spoke to here had told us to just let her die. It was going to be a long road for her. I wasn't willing to give up on my child. In the beginning, we waited a little while because there was a little bit of hope after she had some surgeries that she was going to be okay. And then it turns out, no. And after that, her doctor had said to not go chasing around the whole world willy-nilly looking for new ideas. No second opinion ever. No one wanted anyone else involved.
A second opinion can be a matter of life or death. It can also mean traveling thousands of miles away just to see the right doctor for a specific medical condition. Yet the rising cost of air travel can become the barrier to getting the care that is so desperately needed.
The right doctor for Charlotte was in Boston, and it took, after a lot of research, to find him. We knew he was the right one, but living in Nevada, it was 3,000 miles away, and the idea of traveling there was overwhelming, to say the least.
In her desperate search to find a way to help her daughter, Holly found an organization that would fly Charlotte to Boston at no cost to the family. It was the opportunity that saved Charlotte's life. But chances like this aren't easy to come by. They depend solely on outside contributions and donations from people like Shelley Godfrey.
It's heartwarming to know that you can make that much of a difference in the life of a child, children that we would never have the opportunity or even know about to be able to help.
But with the country in a recession, charitable donations are the first financial areas affected. Despite the economic downturn, Holly hopes her story will inspire others to reach out and help in any way they can.
The donors and the sponsors are an amazing group of people. Without them, we wouldn't have our daughter. So to me and my husband, they will always have a special place in our hearts and in our family because they kept our family together.
I think all of us need to give back, and I think we're all presented with opportunities in our life to give. It's what we're called to do. The harder it is for people to be able to take care of their children when the economy is going down and whatnot, that's when we're supposed to be giving. It's good to give out of our abundance. We're supposed to be helping each other.
Ann McGee is the founder and president of Miracle Flights for Kids and started the program in Las Vegas, Nevada as a grassroots effort back in 1985. Since then, Miracle Flights for Kids has been able to give 57,000 free flights to sick children and their parents to life-saving destinations all across the country. This is something Ann McGee is determined to continue to provide for many years to come.
This is Ann.
Well, Miracle Flights for Kids started on my kitchen table. And today we've flown over 29 million miles for sick children all across America. There are 20,000 known diseases, and community doctors can maybe treat 200 of them. We're flying sick kids who can't get the help they need in their own communities, and their parents don't have the funds to buy a commercial airline ticket to get them where they need to go on their own. And the specialists that they need to see are hundreds, maybe even thousands of miles away from home. And so Miracle Flights for Kids steps in, provides these families with airline tickets, and get the kids to their life-saving treatment. And we will fly them there as many times as the doctor requires them to go. We have children we've flown over 70 times because they needed that much specialized care.
The word has spread, and their phones are ringing off the hook.
And we receive thousands of calls every day. And we don't ever want to have to be in a position to turn away a family who needs our help. We've never had to turn away a family before. And so really the bottom line challenge for us is that we rely solely on donations. And without those donations, we can't get the kids to the medical treatment that will save their lives.
Miracle Flights for Kids has even inspired television personality John Daly to become involved in the program's mission. Daly, who hosts the popular reality show Real TV, has become so committed, he now serves on the board of advisors.
Every child that needs medical help, that needs to get to a medical center, every child that needs a doctor that's in some place not near where they live, that child's going to get there. So as a result of it, we need donations. We need a lot of people to step forward to be as generous as they can to help these kids, especially now when we're in a time of economic downturn, when things are really tight. They don't stop getting sick just because the economy's bad. Kids need it even more now.
Kids like Jessica Lindley, who was diagnosed with arthrogryposis, a rare joint and muscle disorder that can be crippling if not treated quickly and properly.
We had no idea that there were going to be any problems with her, but when she was born with multiple malformations of her arms and legs. And they started casting her when she was 2 days old, and she had casts every week that were changed until she was 3.5 months old. When she was 10.5 months old, they could already see that her bones were grinding into each other from her hips being out of place, and she wasn't even walking at that point. And so at that point, we decided to get a second opinion. There's 2 places in the U.S. that specialize in her condition. One is in DuPont, Delaware, and one is in Seattle, Washington. So Seattle's a lot closer, so that's where we started going. The flights to Seattle have been the best thing for our family. For Jessica, if we didn't have Miracle Flights, Jessica would not be doing everything that she's doing now. So the organization to me is phenomenal. Words can't describe what they've done for us.
26 flights and 7 surgeries later, Jessica is a thriving 8-year-old girl with a big personality.
She's walking and she's running and she's doing things that other children do, just maybe a little bit different, but she does.
It doesn't matter how much you give or what you give, but you're saving a child's life, and that's priceless. You can never thank someone enough for that, and you can never repay them, but you'll always look at your child every day and think of them, always, because without them you wouldn't have your child, and that's what's important. At the end of the day, is that little girl that you fought so hard for, and they helped fight with you.
For more information on how you can provide free air transportation to sick children in need, log on to miracleflights.org.